Pakistan's actors have no place in Bollywood. They can't star in Indian blockbusters, but they don't have to worry too much because there is an up-and-coming director in Islamabad. He has all the elements: patriotic monologues, over-the-top action, a bigger-than-life villain, and a hero wrapped in medals. When it comes to cooking up stories, he's got the recipe just right. If you're still wondering who I'm talking about, it's Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan has just been able to overpower an enemy in the last few weeks, which is 5 times more populated than Pakistan, which is many times stronger in economic terms than Pakistan.
Shehbaz Sharif is on a so-called victory lap in Central and West Asia, except there is no victory to begin with. But the Pakistani Prime Minister doesn't seem to care. Who doesn't love a free holiday? So first he visited Turkey and Iran, and then he landed in Azerbaijan. And this is where his delusion went out of control. Listen to this.
We had to respond in defense of Pakistan. And within no time, our formidable Air Force downed 6 Indian planes, 4 Rafale French-made planes, 1 MiG-29 and another plane, and then a drone.
Did he just say they conveyed a message to India? Because according to every satellite image, India destroyed Pakistani terror camps and Pakistani air bases. So what did Pakistan win? And Shehbaz Sharif has admitted it himself that even before Pakistan could respond, India hit them with BrahMos missiles. Not sure what it is with Pakistanis and confessions. They're not just losing battles, they're losing the whole plot.
We decided to respond in a measured fashion to Indian aggression, and we had decided that at 4:30 in the morning after Fajr prayers, Pakistan armed forces, led very ably by our Field Marshal, Chief Army Staff sitting here, Syed Asim Munir, to teach a lesson to our enemy. But before that hour reached, India again launched missile attacks, BrahMos, and hit Pakistan's various provinces.
After that brief detour, Sharif was back on script, and of course he introduced his hero, Army Chief Asim Munir, because let's face it, he fits the part. A classic military guy with a flair for dramatic statements.
Our Chief of Staff, who's sitting here in the first, Field Marshal, could you kindly stand up, and I would like to introduce you to the... He told me that Prime Minister, India has again attacked. His voice was conveying unshakable confidence. He was absolutely resolved, calm, but then absolutely clear that we will have to now teach our enemy a lesson of their life.
Shehbaz, in full fanboy mode, called him Field Marshal. Yes, Field Marshal, a title once reserved for people who actually won wars. But now it belongs to Asim Munir. And he stood there deadpan. Maybe even he wasn't buying it. Around him, though, there was applause, because when Pakistan stages A moment, its cheer squad shows up on cue, Turkey and Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan's president applauded politely. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan even placed a hand on his heart. After that, it was time for the climax.
For their military installations and gave them a befitting reply. By 9 a.m. in the morning, Field Marshal rang me again and said, Prime Minister, India has approached Pakistan for a ceasefire. What are your instructions? I said, Field Marshal, Allah Almighty has given us a victorious day, a glorious victory. Now let us accept this request of India for a ceasefire because we believe in peace.
Well, you saw Erdogan placed a hand on his heart. After that, like I said, it was time for the climax. Shehbaz Sharif saved the best for the last. You see, India attacked Pakistani terror camps. It attacked their military bases. It damaged runways and infrastructure. But in Shehbaz's blockbuster version, there was a twist in the tale. He said India sued for peace. India called and begged and asked for a ceasefire.
We went for their military installations and gave them a befitting reply. By 9 a.m. in the morning, Field Marshal rang me again and said, Prime Minister, India has approached Pakistan for a ceasefire. What are your instructions? I said, Field Marshal, Allah Almighty has given us a victorious day, a glorious victory. Now let us accept this request of India for a ceasefire because we believe in peace.
The Pakistan army treats civilian prime ministers like temporary interns. Suddenly, the army chief is asking for the prime minister's instruction. Next, they will say Islamabad held free elections and Trump planned his tariffs in consultation with them. But here are the facts. Pakistan did not win a war. India did not sue for peace. Pakistan tried to attack India. It failed. It suffered heavy losses, so it scrambled to dial the phone and to ask India for a ceasefire. But credit where it's due. Shehbaz Sharif has achieved something that Bollywood, even Hollywood, hasn't managed lately. He's kept an entire nation glued to their seats just with absolute uncut fiction. A blockbuster. Zero promotion, zero budgets, and zero connection to reality. We even have a name for it. Mission Impossible, Pakistan finally wins a war. Starring Shehbaz Sharif as the storyteller-in-chief and Asim Munir as the Field Marshal of fantasy. Tickets are free, courtesy the IMF. And if you stay till the post-credit scene, spoiler, the army stages a coup.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Fiskali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.